Hi everyone, welcome to the Sculpting of the Guardian. For this project, I used a face that I had used to sculpt a male figure as part of sculpting a male face tutorial for my Patreon. It's still up on my Patreon if anyone is interested. So I wasn't quite happy with the paintwork. I wanted him to look slightly less worried. I felt like he looked a bit worried in the original face. So I stripped all the paint off, and then I decided also to change the structure of his face slightly. So I did scrape back. That there was nothing wrong, I feel, with the original. It was just that I do this often. If I get to the point of taking all the paintwork off, I always just start to think that I need to somehow change what I've already done. I don't know why. It just always happens. I have this compulsion to need to scrape back and resculpt areas. So I did that. The rest of this figure, all of the footage, really pretty much everything that I did has been documented, and I'm slowly posting hour-long videos of everything that I've done, and I think I'm at the moment up to sculpting the wings, and that is all available on Patreon if anyone is interested. This is just a very concise version of that, so it's hours and hours of footage just squished together. And what else I can say about him is I had a bit of a battle with his wings. They were very heavy. I started out by using epoxy sculpt, then realized that the more I sculpted the wings, the heavier they became. So I actually decided just to stop and start again. And the second time I used Sculpey Light, and even using the Sculpey Light, which is basically the texture of a paper clay, but it is a polymer, so you do bake it in the oven. By the time I had sculpted the wings, and attached them to his back, the whole sculpture is a lot heavier than my usual ones, but definitely nowhere near as heavy as it would have become if I'd used epoxy sculpt. So I'm glad I made that decision. Then the other battle I had was with his hair. I made him horns and I gave him dreadlocks, but he just did not look right, and I was going to leave it, but it bugged me. And sometimes if something really bugs me enough, then I do go back and try to do whatever I need to do. And that's the battle, isn't it, between being happy with what you've done and also stopping and being happy with what you've done, or if something is bugging you, go and redo it. And I still find that really hard to decide when to stop and when to just do what needs to be done. So at first I just put him away, and I thought maybe it's just, how I'm feeling, I just need to put him away for a while. But it just kept on. I kept on thinking about it. So I did. I finally decided to take the horns off, which I was a bit concerned that I wasn't going to be able to get them out very easily. But actually they came out quite easily because I had put a wire and epoxy on to make the horns, but with a bit of tugging and cutting, they came out. And then I decided to use epoxy sculpt to make the hair because I wanted a short haircut and I wanted it to look a certain way, and I just find fibers kind of have a mind of their own sometimes, and I just thought it might be a little bit difficult to actually get short fibers to sort of become the style I wanted them to be. So I decided to use epoxy sculpt because I didn't need to put them back in the oven if I use that, and I painted the epoxy sculpt the hair with some acrylic paint in the end. And after that struggle, I am happy with where he is. So the other thing I did was I gave him white wings to begin with, and I'm very glad that I changed my mind and made them bird wings. So all the decisions I made, I'm actually really glad about making them. It's just that it does end up costing you more time because you have to change it. But I do think actually in the end it's probably worth it. It's just that sometimes I probably do overwork things. Sometimes I could probably do with not doing things. But then I'm contradicting myself because I'm actually glad I did everything I did here. Anyway, so I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you again soon. Bye!